If you want to cross the Grays Harbor Bar in your kayak, you should do it when the tide isn't ebbing and when there isn't a big swell and the weather is as calm as you can possibly find. In the summertime, you can find these conditions. We decided to launch from the beach in the state park area. Just had to ferry the kayaks across the hill to the from the parking lot. While crossing the bar, we generally stayed close to the jetty. You have to understand when you go further out along the jetty that a lot of it is submerged underwater and can become exposed at lower tides. And you need to be aware that waves will break in this area. When you see the GH buoy, if you're following the line, you know that you've crossed the bar. This is where these sea lions hang out. On this day, we fished several hours, and maybe we went 7 or 8 miles out, maybe even as much as 12 miles out. We saw the Coast Guard cutter out there, and we had a good time, but I didn't catch anything besides a mackerel, which was released. We watched the waves in the ocean doing its thing and picked a good line, observing where the breaking waves were. The GoPro flattens this out, but there are some huge rolling and breaking waves on the left side, and you need to really avoid and watch out for this. It's dangerous even for big boats. My partner here has a lot more experience than I do, and he knows we're about to go into the washing machine, which I wasn't prepared for mentally. But I've dealt with this kind of water quite a bit in rivers and on the Tatoosh Island area where there's huge volume of water coming in to the Strait of Juan de Fuca. I've been out there when the full bore of the tide is running and had to cross that section between the island and the mainland. And that's huge. Why, that's huge water. Luckily enough, this wasn't too bad for me. But this is an area where I would recommend a sea kayak over anything else you can find, except for like a big boat. And just like that, the conditions can change pretty quickly. With the onset of all the new kayak fishermen, I haven't seen or heard about anybody crossing the Columbia Bar or the Grays Harbor Bar besides Todd and myself. He's actually done even the Willapa Bay Bar too. I haven't done that one. Perhaps somebody will find some of this information helpful when they try to cross the bar in their kayak.